Hello everyone, my name is Mark, and today I am going to show you all my Thomas and Friends toy haul. So let's begin. I have bought 4 items um, from the flea market last week. Let's begin. The first item is this Golden Bear Harold. Now this model here is in decent condition. As we can see, there is some damage to it, but it is serviceable. I wonder if this guy has a talking mechanism, but no, I don't think so, because there's no like speaker, so that's just to take them apart. Anyway, the blades on the top, they can move, but they make this ratchet sound. It's kind of loud, and as we can see, the propeller blades have a bit of damage. They're kind of bent down, unfortunately. And he actually doesn't have the propeller blades on the back. For detailing, he has simplistic detail. He's mainly just white. His face is painted on. He has his little nose sculpted. His name, Harold, in red, put on both sides. And his windows are all painted up. So there. And for comparison, over here, I bought the Adventures Harold over here. For comparison, you can see this guy is more chunky and cartoony, say. This Harold is more realistic, as we can see, side to side. And also, this Harold's propeller rolls and moves freely on both of them. This was a ratchet joint, as I said. So that's it for this Harold model. So there. Next up, we have a wooden railway Annie. Now, unfortunately, I did not find Clarabelle at the person who was selling it. I took a good look around to try and find Clarabelle, but unfortunately, I didn't see her around. This Annie model is in decent condition. There's some chips here and there, but it's still serviceable. Still trying to see the date on this one because this is a newer model because she has the CGI face. Let me just take a look. I think I can like read out 2009. The wheels, unfortunately, you can't really see it. Oh, yeah, you can't really read that. I can read out 2003 or 2008 on her wheels there. But I don't really think that's accurate because the CGI didn't come out to like 2010 or 9, I believe. But oh well. And on the front, we can see her face painted on with some windows. On the side, we have a lot of windows going along here and such. Her name is Annie right there, written in white. She has black wheels. Her roof is completely white with these two little bits of metal on here, which I believe hold her together. Yeah, she has these little regular type axles, not pinwheeled like Hot Wheels cars. So yeah, it's not too bad. The detailing on this model is pretty good. It's basically average wooden railway. So that's all I really have to say about Annie. Now then, moving on, I have bought an Erto Gordon. Now my mother actually was there with me and spotted this Gordon. Without her, I probably wouldn't have noticed him. So it's a good thing that she went along with me. Now this Gordon's condition is okay. I did do a little repair on him. Like I unscrewed him sometime after I got him, and I glued together his the side rod because the back piece right here was broken off. I was hanging low. It's actually bent in there, but gosh dang it, I just dislodged it. Now, well, I'll glue it back later. And also we can see that the couplings on him are screwed up, like they're all chewed, as we can see, mainly on the back. He has chips all around him, and the pin striping on his tender, and then in the back area on his cab, all chipped. Detailing, like his face is painted very well. I did try to fix it up a little bit, but not by that much because I didn't really want to ruin him. And I also repainted his buffers, by the way. He has a red running board. He has a black smoke box with a small funnel, which I also repainted. And there's chips going along these handrails, which I believe would have been just a regular blue like everything else. But due to it being chipped and underneath the paint being silver, it actually looks like he got some extra detail, which is fascinating. Here's a little dome here, and his windows here are painted. The top of his cab is also painted. There isn't really any detailing on the inside of this Gordon, but well. And right here we can see the pinstriping going along the wheel arches, and on the back of the cab and on the tender, red pinstriping of the number 4 on the tender. The coal is painted on this piece on the back of the tender, which I don't know what it is, but oh well. And he also has his side rods. They don't move, as you can obviously see, but I mean, oh well. And Gordon here actually has the correct amount of wheels as on the show. He has 4 small wheels at the front, 6 big wheels in the middle, 2 wheels at the back of him, and 6 small wheels on his tender, as we can all see. Now for a comparison, the most logical one that I could think of is comparing him with the Take Along Gordon, which came right after him. Now one big difference is like the length of these models. If I flip them to the side, front, you can see that the Erto Gordon is quite a bit longer than the Take Along model. You can also see that he's a lot shorter. That's not necessarily that due to the metal, that's mainly due to the size of the wheels, because the Take Along models had bigger wheels. That was the main change. And while the obvious difference is the coupling system, Erdo had little plastic holes on the engines, and the rolling stock had pins, whereas these guys, the Take Along models, used magnets. And Erto Gordon here actually has the correct type of buffers, the correct shape, whereas this Gordon has round buffers like all the other engines, like most of the other engines in the show. And actually, this Take Along Gordon has an inaccurate dome. Like the Erdo one has the proper dome. I think Emily, or not Emily, Henry is supposed to have a dome this shape. Not sure though. Take Gordon actually has whistles, whereas the Erto model doesn't have anything at all. Take Gordon has less wheels, but only the two of the real wheels at the front. He actually has the rest of the wheels. And he doesn't have side rods like all of the Take models. None of the Take models uh, have the side rods. And one big difference in between these two models is you can actually detach Gordon from his tender on the Take model, whereas the Aero model is just stuck together. You can't remove this. And also the Take Gordon actually has some detail on the cab, whereas the Aero one doesn't really have anything. So there, that was a little comparison. And the actual Take model, I believe, used to have the pinstriping on along the boiler here, but it's chipped off now. But I don't think the Euro model used to have that because, like, we can see on some more focus. We can see that these blue bits that aren't chipped don't have red on them, so I doubt they had pinstriping along his boiler. So there. And on to the last thing that I bought on the flea market is the Hit Toy Company Trackmaster Jack. Now this jack is in very good condition. It's almost mint condition. The only real damage this guy has is on the bottom of his little bucket. You can see right here that he has stress marks. So there. This part can move up here. His excavator can move up with a ratchet joint, and the bucket can move up and down as well. The detailing on Jack is very good. His face is painted perfectly. The sculpt looks pretty good. Like, he might be kind of chunky, but he does have all of his details. Like, the wheels are painted. Number 11 is painted on. The cream color on the cab is painted. A bit on the engine here is painted as well, along with this smokestack, I believe, on both sides. And yes. And this guy actually does run. You need to unscrew him from here. Kind of difficult with this screwdriver, unfortunately. Hold on a second. Okay, I came back with a different screwdriver. This one should work. And this pops out. And it takes a AAA battery, which I have right here. It's just, oh, he's off right now. All you gotta do is just plug it in, and then, there you go. Put back on there and screw it back up. There you go. And turn him on. It does work, it's just kind of tricky. There you go. It runs very well. And gets around with a pretty good speed. Now for comparison, I brought out all of my other Tomy road vehicles. I have Boji the bus. Terrence the tractor from that one Tommy set, which I forgot the name of unfortunately, and Birdie the bus. And Jack is the only one that of these that I have that is made by Hit Toys or Trackmaster, whereas all these guys are made by Tommy. And Terrence also has this moving shovel on the front. As we can see, Jack is actually the tallest of all these guys. But I think Terrence might just be a slightly taller than him, I'm not sure. I think Terrence is only a bit taller than Jack by his little driver here. And so yeah, that was my Thomas and Friends haul. I hope you all enjoyed the video. So make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed. See you all next time. Bye.